Welcome to Lesson 3 of Learn Esperanto the Easy-ish Way. Here are some more words for people and animals. Animal is besto, besto. Imagine the best zoo in the world has every imaginable kind of animal. Besto. Bird is birdo, birdo. Imagine growing a beard so long that several birds are building nests in it. Birdo. Doctor is kuracisto, kuracisto. Imagine that you assist the doctor to find a cure. Kuracisto. Waiter is kelnero, kelnero. Imagine a waiter who promises to kill an animal near your table and serve it to you on a plate. Kelnero. Father is patro, patro. Imagine your father patrolling outside your home. Patro. Son is filo, filo. Imagine your son filling his bedroom with toys. Filo. Earlier you learned that you can convert a masculine word into a feminine word by changing the ending from o to ino. Father is patro, so mother must be patrino, patrino. Son is filo, so daughter must be filino, filino. What is the English for filo? Son for filino. Daughter for patro. Father for patrino. Mother for kelnero. Waiter for kuracisto. Doctor for birdo. Bird for besto. Animal. How do you say in Esperanto son? Filo. Daughter. Filino. Father. Patro. Mother. Patrino. Waiter. Kelnero. Doctor. Kuracisto. Bird. Birdo. Animal. Besto. How do you say the father and the mother? La patro kai la patrino. The father is beside the mother. La patro estas apud la patrino. The son and the daughter. La filo kai la filino. The son is in front of the daughter. La filo estas antaŭ la filino. An animal is on the chair. Besto estas sur la seĝo. A small bird is in the new room. Malgranda birdo estas en la nova ĉambro. The son of the man. La filo de la viro. The man's son. La filo de la viro. The doctor's waiter. La kelnero de la kuracisto. The old doctor's waiter. La kelnero de la maljuna kuracisto. Action words like go, come, and eat are called verbs. In Esperanto, when something is happening at the moment, the verb has the ending as. For example, goes is iras, comes is venas, eats is manĝas. Let's learn those words and a few others like them. Since they all end with as, you don't need to include that sound in your images. Sees is vidas, vidas. Imagine seeing the waiters feeding rotten vegetables to their customers. Vidas. Here's is aŭdas, aŭdas. Imagine that you can hear some very strange sounds somewhere out there. Aŭdas. Eats is manĝas, manĝas. Imagine a baby who is so hungry it starts eating its own manger. Manĝas. Drinks is trinkas, trinkas. Imagine that famous celebrities are always asking you to buy them a drink. Trinkas. Goes is iras, iras. Imagine that you are going to see the ear doctor immediately. Iras. Comes is venas, venas. Imagine that you've just come back from a trip to Venice. Venas. Reads is legas, legas. Imagine that a novel has been printed on your leg. You can easily read the words at the top, but it's a struggle to read the lines near your feet. Legas. Writes is skirbas, skirbas. Imagine employing an ancient Egyptian scribe to do all your writing for you. Skirbas. What is the English for skirbas? Writes for legas. Reads for venas. Comes for iras. Goes for trinkas. Drinks for manĝas. Eats for aŭdas. Hears for vidas. Sees. How do you say in Esperanto writes? Skirbas reads. Legas comes. Venas goes. Iras drinks. Trinkas eats. Manĝas hears. Aŭdas sees. Vidas. How do you say the doctor goes? La kuracisto iras. The waiter comes. La kelnero venas. The father eats. La patro manĝas. The mother drinks. La patrino trinkas. The son reads. La filo legas. The daughter writes. La filino skirbas. A young animal sees. Juna besto vidas. A dry bird hears. Secca birdo aŭdas. If you want to talk about something that happened in the past, you can change the ending from as to is. So the father goes is la patro iras. The father went is la patro iris. The mother eats is la patrino manĝas. The mother ate is la patrino manĝis. How do you say the king eats? La reĝo manĝas. The king ate. La reĝo manĝis. The queen drinks. La reĝino trinkas. The queen drank. La reĝino trinkis. The doctor reads and the waiter writes. La kuracisto legas kaj la kelnero skirbas. The doctor read and the waiter wrote. La kuracisto legis, kai la kelnero skirbis. The boy went, but the girl heard. La knabo iris, sed la knabino aŭdis. Now, how do you say, the floor is wide? La planko estas larĝa. The ceiling is narrow. La plafono estas mallarĝa. Actually, the words estas, meaning is, and estis, meaning was, are also verbs. When you say is, you're talking about something in the present, so the verb ends with us. The waiter is happy is la kelnero estas feliĉa. When you say was, you're talking about something in the past, so the verb ends with is. The waiter was happy is la kelnero estis feliĉa. In English, there are at least two ways to talk about something that's happening right now. You can say, the father goes, or the father is going. In Esperanto, both sentences are translated the same way, because iras means both goes and is going. The father goes is la patro iras. The father is going is also la patro iras. When you translate a sentence like the father is going into Esperanto, be careful not to say something like la patro estas. How do you say the man eats? La viro manĝas. The man is eating. La viro manĝas. The woman drinks in the house. La virino trinkas en la domo. The woman is drinking on the chair. La virino trinkas sur la seĝo. In the same way, iris can mean both went and was going. So the mother went is la patrino iris. The mother was going is also la patrino iris. When you translate a sentence like the mother was going into Esperanto, be careful not to say something like la patrino estis. How do you say the father sees? La patro vidas. The father saw. La patro vidis. The father was seeing. La patro vidis. The doctor comes. La kuracisto venas. The doctor came. La kuracisto venis. The doctor was coming. La kuracisto venis. Now, how do you say the room is full? La ĉambro estas plena. The room is not empty. La ĉambro ne estas malplena. The cat was on the table. La kato estis sur la tablo. The dog was not below the table. La hundo ne estis sub la tablo. If manĝas means eats or is eating, then ne manĝas must mean doesn't eat or isn't eating. How do you say, the father is going? La patro iras. The father isn't going. La patro ne iras. An animal is eating, but the bird isn't drinking. Besto manĝas, sed la birdo ne trinkas. The sun doesn't see. La filo ne vidas. The daughter doesn't hear. La filino ne aŭdas. Similarly, if trinkis means drank or was drinking, then ne trinkis must mean didn't drink or wasn't drinking. How do you say, a waiter was coming? Kelnero venis. A waiter wasn't coming. Kelnero ne venis. The father was reading, but the mother wasn't writing. La patro legis, sed la patrino ne skirbas. The king didn't eat because the queen didn't drink. La reĝo ne manĝis, ĉar la reĝino ne trinkis. The animal didn't go. La besto ne iris. The bird isn't going. La birdo ne iras. In the previous lesson you learned to add the letter J to talk about more than one of something. Let's practice that now. How do you say the door? La pordo, the doors. La pordoi, the man and the woman. La viro kai la virino, the men and the women. La viroi kai la virinoi, the long roof. La longa tegmento, the long roofs. La longai tegmentoi. In Esperanto, we add the letter J not just to a word like house, but also to the word describing it. The big house is la granda domo. The big houses is la grandai domoi. We could split this sentence up a little and say the house is big. The house is big is la domo estas granda. But if we want to say the houses are big, in Esperanto we must still add the letter J to both words. The houses are big is la domoi estas grandai. This feature of the language might seem odd at first, but you'll soon get used to it. How do you say the new house? La nova domo. The house is new. La domo estas nova. The old houses. La malnovaj domoj. The houses are old. La domoj estas malnovaj. The dry bird. La seka birdo. The bird is dry. La birdo estas seka. The wet birds. La malsekaj birdoj. The birds are wet. La birdoj estas malsekaj. You already know that estas can mean both is and are. So the cat is la kato estas. The cats are is la katoj estas. In the same way, estis can mean both was and were. So the cat was is la kato estis. The cats were is la katoj estis. How do you say the boy is happy? La knabo estas feliĉa. The boys are happy. La knaboj estas feliĉaj. The girl was quick. La knabino estis rapida. The girls were quick. La knabinoj estis rapidaj. The chair was behind the table. La seĝo estis malantaŭ la tablo. The table is between the chairs. La tablo estas inter la seĝoj. As you know, there are two ways to talk about something that's happening right now. So, iras means both go and are going. So, the men go is la viroj iras. The men are going is also la viroj iras. Likewise, iris means both went and were going. So, the men went is la viroj iris. The men were going is also la viroj iris. How do you say the animals are eating? La bestoj manĝas. The animals were eating. La bestoj manĝis. The birds were not eating. La birdoj ne manĝis. The doctors were not drinking. La kuracistoj ne trinkis. The important thing to remember is that verbs in Esperanto are generally simpler than in English. English needs two words to say am going, is going, or are going, but Esperanto needs only a single word, iras. English also needs two words to say was going and were going, but in Esperanto we use the single word iris. Once again, when you try to translate a sentence like I am reading, be careful not to say mi estas. How would you say the father is writing? La patro skirbas. The fathers are writing. La patroj skribas. The mother was reading. La patrino legis. The mothers were not reading. La patrinoj ne legis. The White House is big. La larĝa domo estas granda. The narrow houses are not big. La mallarĝaj domoj ne estas grandaj. The ceiling was above the short floor. La plafono estis super la mallonga planko. The ceilings were dry. La plafonoj estis sekaj. And that's the end of lesson 3.